Welcome to the Power Hour. I'm Matt Pinfield.
I'm Josh Bernstein.
It's Katie Babs.
Each week we show you 5 brand new rock videos and the 10 videos that you voted on.
Last week we showed you Ghost, Muse, The Who. So many great bands, Steel Panther.
And last week, Linkin Park were #1 with their single Lost. So let's take a quick look.
'Cause when I'm alone, I'm lost in these memories, living behind my own illusion, lost on my dignity, living inside my own confusion.
Okay, Linkin Park and Lost. Do we think it's going to take the #1 spot again? Because I really hope it does.
I think it could.
It's got the, it tugs on the heartstrings, that's for sure, but I don't know, a lot of stiff competition coming in this week from a lot of new videos.
I know, we have so many musicians and bands that are coming out with new material, so it's hard to say if Linkin Park will take it 2 weeks in a row.
Well, this week you get to see how those videos did and if they made the chart at all.
And on top of that, we have brand new videos from Disturbed, Ozzy Osbourne, and Hardy.
And we also have GODSMACK and Shinedown joining us a little bit later.
We have so much to talk about. Guys, I don't know if you heard, Tom Morello is in the studio with Post Malone. Recording a brand new song.
Well, you know, just 2 weeks ago, we debuted a video by the band known as Måneskin, whatever you want to call them, with Tom Morello.
Potato.
That's right. I mean, this is the guy who's been in 2 of the most important rock bands of all time, Audio Slave and Rage Against the Machine, and he loves to get busy. And he's got this new thing with Post Malone, which I think, isn't it a story he's trying to get Post Malone to finish it and get it out? He said it's like the new Beat It. It reminded him of when Eddie Van Halen played with Michael Jackson.
It's crazy because I feel like it's not new to them anymore because I know that they did this a couple years back. But for Post Malone to be teaming up with Tom Morello, I know he's super excited.
Well, speaking of great collaborations, this story I heard this week is insane. It almost seems too good to be true, and it's actually birthed out of a famous meme. Rumors that the Beatles and the Stones, surviving members, are all jamming together.
It turns out the Stones are in this studio working with that producer and songwriter Andrew Watt, who's responsible for the last 2 Ozzy Osbourne albums, as well as the new Iggy Pop one. And I guess if anybody can get those guys together, maybe he can, because he's working with so many classic artists.
I think, and you know the history, you're smart enough to know that you know, Lennon and McCartney wrote tons of songs for the Rolling Stones early on. Rock and Roll Circus, they played together. Millions of examples of them playing together nicely over the years.
Yeah, and they sang
Poppycock, I say. I welcome this collaboration, and that's a lot of good musicians on one album. So let's bring it on.
Well, speaking of great legendary bands, Josh, you are certainly right about that. How about Guns N' Roses announcing their new world tour? I'm so excited about that, man. And
you know, it's incredible. I got to go last year for the first time to see them. My parents were not cool enough to let me go the first time around when the original band was back together. Got to see Wolfgang Van Halen open for them, and it is a masterclass in rock and roll, and Slash has never aged.
I've never been able to see Guns N' Roses before, which is crazy. I mean, they've been around for 40 freaking years, so what's taken me so long, right? But they announced that they're also headlining Aftershock Festival, which is the festival I never miss every single year. Every year I'm at Aftershock in Sacramento, so I'm totally looking forward to finally being able to see them and just like go crazy.
Let me ask you this question, guys. Who out there now of the younger bands you see as that future Metallica, Guns N' Roses, Rolling Stones, that we're going to be like, I saw them back in the day?
I definitely think Falling in Reverse are a heavy contender for, even though they have been around for, you know, quite some time, they have that new sound that all these bands are doing, and it's really coming into mainstream. So I think Falling in Reverse, possibly Ice Nine Kills.
you know, I think you know, Shinedown or Keep on Building. I mean, they've had 18 #1 singles, right? And they just keep building their fan base after selling like 20 million records in the US alone. I think they keep getting better live. It could be them.
Absolutely, and I'm a sucker for theatrics, so my vote is Ghost.
Okay, seriously, you guys never stop talking, so I'm gonna cut you off because we have 5 brand new music videos this week. And our first one, hey, whatever, you're gonna get excited, okay? Because our first one is Disturbed with their single Bad Man.
What's the reason why? Oh, innocence always have to die by your hand. No, I will never understand why
was Disturbed with their new hit single, Bad Man. Climbing up the charts quickly. I like that one.
I love that one, and I really like Divisive, the new record as well. They just announced a couple weeks back that they're going to be going on their headliner for that, and almost every other night they have a different opener. They got Breaking Ben, Ginger, Theory of a Dead Man, Falling in Reverse. There's so many bands on that.
When we come back, we have 4 new videos.
Plus your top 10 videos of the week and a chat with GODSMACK and Shinedown.
Welcome back to the Power Hour. It's time for our second new video of the week. This time around, it's from the Prince of Darkness himself, Ozzy Osbourne, whose new album, Patient Number 9, won 2 Grammys recently. And man, he had so many great guests on this album, didn't he?
Including this very song. Who we got here?
We got Jeff Beck. What do you think?
I mean, I've been more intrigued with all of the commercials he's been doing lately because they are pure gold. Did you see the PlayStation VR headset one that he did?
Yeah.
Him and Sharon are both in it, and Ozzy looks like a little kid. Like, he's having so much fun, and you can tell it, like, none of it was scripted. They were just having a great time, and he just crushed it. So
I love that.
that's what I've been enjoying from Ozzy.
That's
Yeah, I said no more tours, but and no more tears. But obviously, we're still getting all this great content from Ozzy, and so glad that we get to get all these new videos from him.
Let's check out this one right now. It's Ozzy Osbourne. This is featuring one of Josh's favorite guitarists of all time, the great Jeff Beck, and it's called 1,000 Shades.
There's 1,000 different shades of darkness coloring our face. The past is dead, the future's haunted. What happened to today?
Ozzy Osbourne, 1,000 Shades. I feel like all of us need to get a matching Ozzy Osbourne tattoo.
I might follow this one up with it. I'm definitely this
Ozzy
Clash one.
rules. That's on my knuckles.
You know, it's really funny because Josh talks to me a lot about how much, he's always loved the Yardbirds. But, Eric Clapton is his 3rd favorite guitarist in the Yardbirds. It's a crazy story.
I didn't say 3rd. He might be the 4th after Chris Trey.
That's pretty funny.
No, I'm kidding.
No, but here's the thing. Do you know that he was trying to have the 3 big names on this latest album? Of course, Jeff Beck was on there, Eric Clapton, but Jimmy Page never got back to him. He sent him an email, and Jimmy Page never responded.
Imagine being Ozzy Osbourne and you reach out to him and you pretty much just get ghosted.
You got to call, inside baseball, but you have to call Ross Halfin, I think, is the gatekeeper there.
The famous rock photographer.
Shout out to him. But if he could probably get you in here. Well, guys, this next video, I'm so glad we're about to premiere it. This guy has been heating up both the country world and the rock world. I, as a wrestling fan, saw him perform at the Royal Rumble this year, of all things.
Yeah.
So, and I know you guys got to party with him at the Rainbow.
We did. That was such a fun night. It was to promote his brand new record, The Mockingbird and the Crow, and he did something totally different. He did 2 shows in the same night because he is a country rock star. So at the Troubadour, he did all of his country songs, and then at the Roxy, he did all of the rock songs, and it was so cool. Even though it was, what, Matt, only 4 or 5 songs?
Yeah, we had a lot of fun partying that night. It was really cool. We were out with our respective others that evening, and it was an insane night. He was holding court with Machine Gun Kelly in the place where the old lair where all the Hollywood vampires used to be, like Keith Moon and Alice Cooper, and everybody used to hang out and party.
And he had an open bar for everyone. I've been to the Rainbow a lot of times, and I've never gotten an open bar there.
And free pizza.
And free pizza!
Which was cool. He's got a song on his album.
Party's classy.
It's good for the sober person here.
Yes. Well, it's funny. I may be a sober guy, but, I still had a great time that night. And I got to talk to him when we have him on and ask him about this song on his album called Kill Shit Till I Die. I just love that title. I don't know what it means.
And you got Jeremy McKinnon of A Day to Remember featured on the radio song that's on his record as well. So it really goes to show that he not only loves country, but he loves this new hard rock and the metal scene.
Well, I say we ask him all these hard-hitting questions in person, because I'm proud to tell you, Hardy's going to be here on the Power Hour next week. I'm so excited.
Well, let's check out our new video. It's Hardy with Jack.
I can make you famous by the way my
That's Hardy and the video for Jack on the Power Hour. Yeah, I think it's really cool that he's written songs for people like Florida Georgia Line and Morgan Wallen, all these country artists. He's really made a great career for himself, not just as an artist, but as a songwriter.
Yeah, and he's also mentioned that he grew up not listening to country. He was rock through and through, and he kind of got into country a little bit later on. So it goes to show that he is heavily influenced by rock stars.
Well, I heard a rumor that he's actually hot to collaborate with the one Mr. Corey Taylor.
That's right, Corey Taylor from Slipknot and Stone Sour. And I think that'd be really interesting. Maybe we can make that happen. Maybe we can get them on the show together or something.
Sounds like a Power Hour exclusive.
Power Hour exclusive is right. Let's make it happen.
Let's make it happen.
And our next brand new video is for a band who are on our countdown on the very first week. They are back with a really cool new creative video, and they are called Crown the Empire, originally from Texas. And it's from their forthcoming 5th album. And this is the title track we're going to see, right?
Yeah, it's coming out April 28th. And this song, what got me, first of all, is that it's under 3 minutes. That is so short, but also, I can't compare this song to anything else that's out there. It sounds like 5 different songs just pushed in together.
It's got like this cool kind of rock meets industrial thing going on as well. You know,
Yeah.
it reminds me of a lot of different things, but certainly it is their own.
But let's check it out. This is Crown the Empire's title track off of their record coming April 28th. It's Dogma.
All right, that was Crown the Empire with Dogma, not just their hit new single, but one of my favorite Kevin Smith films from many, many years ago. Coming up next, this is our final new video of the week. This is our good friend Dorothy, she of great leather jackets. And
I got to kiss her earlier.
You did. She was
I
well.
finally got my kiss from Dorothy. It was on the cheek, but whatever.
Go on.
Dorothy is absolutely beautiful, right? But she's also a badass. Let me tell you a little bit about her. She is from originally Budapest, Hungary. That's where she was born, but she was raised in San Diego, and she listened to rock and roll. Her dad played rock and roll all the time, so that was she was brought up on. And of course, she started a band, and she's written some incredible songs.
This song is top 15 right now. That is massive for her because it took a while for this record, Gifts of a Holy Ghost, to come out, and it's just dominating right now, and I think she's just crushing it.
Yes, and you know, the funny thing is her last single, Rest in Peace, went all the way to #1 in radio all over the country, and was one of the strongest songs, certainly, of over the past year or so. So it's really good to see that she's back with a great new track. What do you think?
I just think, in a word, to quote my great friend Matt Pinfield, it's boombastic.
Boombastic!
Mr. Boombastic.
Here's Dorothy, and this is called Black Sheep.
So I'm singing, hail, hail, the black sheep. We are blood, we are family. Praise the Lord, my soul to keep. Hail, hail, the black sheep. Thicker than water, thick as deep. Oh, how the river runs deep. We are blood, we are family. Hail, hail, the black sheep. Can't shut me up, won't bite
That was Dorothy with Black Sheep for our last new video of the week. And coming up on the Power Hour, we have an interview with Godsmack and Shinedown.
And we'll have the top 10 videos of the week as voted on by you.
It's all right here on Access TV.
Welcome back. Still to come, we got 10 new music videos for you. But first, we got Godsmack!
All right, Sully Erna, Shannon Larkin. Guys, your new album just dropped, Lighting Up the Sky. It's a great record, but you said that it's going to be your last album. Why is that?
Yeah, listen, it feels right. You know, we certainly didn't plan this record to be the last one when we started the whole process. And, you know, the whole story in a nutshell is that when we started getting into the studio to work on some new music, we were just coming into, you know, I mean, we were at the height of COVID, right? And so, but our work ethic has always been like, we finish a tour cycle, we take a little break, and then we jump in the studio, we start writing and recording. But I think there was a moment there where we went like, hold on a second, time out here. Like, I think just through general conversation, we started going like, talking about the set list and what songs would incorporate into the show and whatever. And I think it was then that we started realizing like, man, and I say this ego free, we have at this point 26 top 10 singles. We have 12 number ones. Like, at what point do you kind of know you've arrived, right? At what point do you go, okay, look, at some people want, a house with a white picket fence and a dog and a truck. And then they get that, right? Because that was their goal in life. And then they go, oh, yeah, but it would be nice to have a second car. And I've always promised myself, like, we need to have a goal. We need to accomplish the things we want to accomplish in our careers. But then we have to know when we've arrived. When you go see your favorite bands, right? Do you really want to hear Aerosmith's new record? I mean, it's cool they have one out, but I'm going there to see Dream On and Walk This Way and Same Old Song and Dance, Yeah. And I would like to think that we've built a catalog now that our fans want to hear the songs that they've crowned to be our best songs. And if we pull 3 or 4 off this record, which is very doable because the material is there, we're going to be at what, 30 top 10 singles? That means we could play 15 songs a night, back-to-back nights, and never play the same single twice,
That's
let alone
unreal.
the deep cuts.
Yeah.
So like, it's like we can't not play I Stand Alone and Keep Away and Voodoo and things like that because the fans yell at us, right?
Yeah.
So
we sing it every episode.
Yeah, I want you to
no,
know, we're going to confess, we sing Voodoo together. We've been doing.
Wait, no, we need to count it. Okay, we
the
do
best.
this every single time we are in studio, and it's god awful, so I'm warning you. Okay, 1, 2, 3.
I'm not the one who's so far away
when I feel the snake bite enter my veins.
You know,
But then sometimes we crack down. We go, stand alone.
Yeah, we love it. Hey, and you did that song for the first time ever on my TV show back in the 2000s. When you guys played on Farm Club.
Yeah, man, I remember that.
Look at this, 30 top 10.
I mean, they have
hits
26
in.
hit singles, but mostly they have the top 2 microphone check songs here at the Power Hour.
Yeah, I think that's your number one on that list.
That we test out.
They definitely do.
It's got to trip you guys out, though, right? When you hear that number, right? I have to think you're in the same company as names of when you probably see your Led Zeppelins and your Aerosmiths and your Beatles, and what's that like for you, Shannon, to see your name because you said it's rock history now, right? You guys have achieved all that stuff. What's it like for you guys to see your names?
Yeah, it's surreal. It's a surreal thing. We're fans of music, so sometimes, for me to hear us, in the same sentence as bands like that, it's a little unbelievable, and I'm very grateful to have gone on this journey. And, my thing is, I just love this new record. I can't wait to go play it, man.
And speaking of these festivals that you're going to be playing, Welcome to Rockville and Sonic Temple, can you give us a little hint, possibly, at what you're going to open up with or what songs you might involve?
It's funny, we have certain songs that we always like to open with, and we haven't gotten together actually and talked about that yet.
It'll come in stages too, like we're gonna settle on X amount of songs at the beginning. We may spread out 3 or 4 of the new songs throughout the set because we have so many others that we're gonna need to do, including the drum battle that we do. But I think as like the record picks up momentum, hopefully, and as people get to learn it more and more singles come out, then we can continue to add. So maybe what show you see this spring may not be the same show you see next winter.
Yeah.
Well, definitely keep.
Yeah.
I mean, I was going to say my favorite part of seeing you guys live and the live experience is that drum battle. You guys going at each other and like the drums are coming out and they're moving around and you're throwing sticks at each other. It's every time I see it, it gets better and better, and I can't wait to be at Rockville, Sonic
me
Temple.
too.
He actually wanted to get involved in the drum
I
battle.
do
He
my
was
own
like,
one
he was trying that.
in the pit. I bring my little bongos. No, it's fantastic. Live, it's such a. Back to you said the live show is what it's all about. That is just like spectacle upon spectacle, and you guys are covering so many great riffs and going back, and you guys look like you're having fun.
Mm-hmm. And I think we have time for one more question, and I'm gonna hide myself here. You don't have to answer if you don't
Where you
want
going?
to.
Why are you going? Hey, why are you going under the desk?
So, if
Under
you
there.
guys had to choose your favorite Lady Gaga song, what would it be?
Oh, I love Gaga. Are you kidding me? I love. I'll tell you which one I love. I'm drawing a blank thinking of the name of it, but oh my God, what's this? he's gonna kill me right now. Shannon, do you got one in the meantime? Because there's a song that I love that she does, Born This Way.
That's
Thank
my
you.
girlfriend actually produced that video.
This way.
Yeah.
She is equally a fan of The Rock, which is amazing, and I've seen her supporting so many great things. And
Matt, let me say something real quick to you, brother.
Yeah.
You've been with us since day one, man. We love you so much, and thank you for everything you've done for us from the early days up until now, man. You know, this whole ending this chapter thing that we're talking about doing, it's been really emotional for us because it's such a bittersweet, because we love what we do so much. So I just want to tell you from me and from the band that we really love you, man, and we really appreciate all the support you've given us.
Thank you so much, Sully. I love you guys too, man. From the minute one, you know, from the very first album, you guys have been bringing great music, and you've been my friends, and it's just been a great journey. So thank you from the bottom of my heart, man. I really appreciate that.
Feel very honored to be able to talk to both of them.
guys, thank you so much for coming by the Power Hour.
See you soon, guys. Thank you. Bye.
Super appreciate it. How awesome were those guys? I'm such a sucker for a New England accent.
I love them.
They're amazing guys.
charming.
30 years of great rock and roll.
Let me ask you guys something. Are you interested in seeing Lizzie Hale hold Alice Cooper's head?
Well, if it's severed, yes.
I mean, then you gotta watch Rockstar Shuffle on Access TV this Sunday. It's gonna get so weird.
Sunday, Access TV presents Rockstar Shuffle.
I love it.
Lizzie Hale shows us Alice Cooper's head,
Because, like, is that actually a severed head?
a foam weapon battle for the ages, and so much more. Rockstar Shuffle, all new Sunday, only on Access TV.
When we come back, we'll have your top 10 videos of the week, and we'll catch up with the band Shinedown. That's all coming up on the Power Hour right here on Access TV. Stay with us.
Welcome back to the Power Hour. It's now time for our top 10 videos that you voted for.
Well, first, the way to vote is you click on that QR code here below. Every video is great, good, okay. Not for me. Matt, we got a lot of good stuff coming up.
We got some great stuff, and our number 10 video this week was at number 3 last week. It's from the band known as Falling in Reverse, who put out one of the most incredible, epic videos that we've seen so far this year. It's
Yeah,
incredible.
apparently he's got into 7 new feuds since last week's countdown.
He is known for his Twitter feuds, but I don't even want to know how much this music video cost because it seems like it would be very expensive.
Yes, this honestly looks like a George Lucas-y, like Star Wars film at certain points, but one of the greatest videos that I think we have in the countdown right now. This is Watch the World Burn by Falling in Reverse.
Syllables of the literal filler. I'm a lyrical, typical supervillain. I'm venomous and I'm never gonna stop until they put me on top of the list. I can't control the monster any longer that's inside. The pain and sorrow left us solo. No tomorrows hard to swallow. Death is calling, so I'm crawling. Tightrope walking, now I'm falling down. Like missiles falling from the sky. Come and save us.
That's our number 10 video for the week, Falling in Reverse and Watch the World Burn. Now, Falling in Reverse and Ronnie Radke have been out on the road with one of his idols, Jacoby Shaddix. And Jacoby, to keep up with all the other young bands that are out there, you know, he runs 8 miles a day before he gets on stage and then performs for about 2 hours.
That's pretty
a night.
impressive, but you know who probably actually absolutely doesn't run 8 miles a day? Fred Durst of Limp Bizkit.
I'm guessing you're right there.
Now, our number 9 video this week is Out of Style with Limp Bizkit. They were number 4 last week, and this is a funny video. I like it, I dig it. I'm so glad that they have been added to a few of the festivals, finally. And I'm just looking forward to it. You know how much I love my
Oh
Limp
my God,
Bizkit.
we're going to see them, and of course this summer, July, in Mansfield, Ohio at Incarceration. So excited. Guys, this is Out of Style, Limp Bizkit. Check out all the great cameos in this video. This is a fun one.
It's time to rock this motherfucker, cause I'm always out of style. Never change my style, cause my style is kinda fresh. You bitches asking for a sound check. Check 1, 2, bitch. You barely touch the ground yet. Choked up on your bounce skate. Coming down the mountain. Copycat, you lucky that I let you hang around me. Check 3, 4, bitch. Get out there on the bounty. In the war zone, got these campers all around me. We should be on the same team. On the motherfucking same
Limp Bizkit Biscuit with Out of Style at your number 9 spot this week. They have slipped back from number 4 last week.
Next up, at number 8 on our list is Muse, and a couple months back we had a great celebration here of the Cramps from the recent show Wednesday on Netflix. But about 2 years ago, for Halloween, Muse did a cover of New Kind of Kick by the Cramps. They did a great cover of it, and they I want to give them credit because I feel like they got to the Cramps train first before Wednesday. But this one, I love these guys. Everything they do is so tasty. They're so good live. And the number 8 spot, this is Muse with Kill or Be Killed.
Last week it was a debut, and now it's on the chart at number 8. That was Muse and Kill or Be Killed. And do you know, Matt Bellamy almost wasn't born because his father was nearly killed. The producer who was working with them one day decided he didn't like the way they were playing. So he actually took a soundboard and threw it at Matt Bellamy's father down the stairs. And it literally nearly killed him. So Muse almost didn't happen.
He almost was killed.
Oh my goodness. Well, that would
Fun
mean
fact.
that would mean that we wouldn't be getting this headlining Muse tour with Evanescence and Highly Suspect coming up pretty quick.
What a great triple bill that's going to be.
That's such a good bill. I can't wait to go myself. They got a Los Angeles show and a bunch of others. But moving on to our number 7 spot, we all love this one because it's from Ghost with Spillways. And Matt, who does this feature?
Features this guy named Joe Elliott. Might have been a famous rock star.
Never heard of him.
Exactly. So they ended up, getting together because these guys actually have a mutual love for each other's bands, and it's Ghost doing this great karaoke video. It's really funny that they got together, and that Joe Elliott has such a great sense of humor. Def Leppard and Ghost, 2 really important bands together, and this is their new video for Spillways.
All right, that was Ghost with Joe Elliott from Def Leppard with Spillways. This next song, obviously was number 1 last week. I think we thought it had a chance for some staying power at number 1, but unfortunately it's dropped all the way to number 6. Doesn't make it any less special or any less, heartfelt, but, this is Linkin Park, Lost Track, as we learned, that dates back to 2003.
I will never break away, 'cause when I'm alone, I'm lost in these memories, living behind my own illusion, lost all my dignity, living inside my own confusion. I try to keep this pain.
There you have it, number 6. It was Linkin Park with Lost, which was your number 1 spot last week. And now we got another new one from my dudes in Steel Panther, Friends with Benefits.
Yeah, I introduced the song last week, and I got a call from the Access TV HR department about my comments, and I just want to apologize to you guys as my co-host here. I just want to say we're just friends.
We've always just been friends. I mean,
Yes, I didn't mean
every
to
one of
imply
us is
that there was
committed
any
in a
benefit.
relationship.
Any benefit to to being attached?
Number 5, it's Friends with Benefits.
$35 I get to slap you with my dick. You get dinner at Sprague. I get to come inside your ass. Friends with benefits. Friends with benefits. You get to drive my Maserati. I get to shower in your bed.
Debuting at number 5, Steel Panther with Friends with Benefits.
I can't believe that you actually asked Sully Erna about Lady Gaga, because, for those people watching, it was big
Katie
news
is fearless.
I'm fearless.
I love that he had dated Lady Gaga at one time. And, that was like a really interesting couple.
I don't think anyone's ever asked them that.
Nobody.
I don't think so, but it was, Shannon Larkin in the band, who we were just also talking to, a couple months back, he did an interview and just out of nowhere revealed, oh yeah, back in the day, Sully and Gaga dated. It was a very brief thing, but they were friends and they kept it very low key. So I had to ask.
Listen, as someone who has dated so many famous starlets and has kept it, I always keep it low key. You got to keep it low key, and that's how you got to do it. So, Sully, I support your decision of keeping your.
But Godsmack are, of course, our number 4 spot with Surrender on this week's chart. Let's check out the shimmy that Sully loves to pull in this video.
And this is where I draw the line. For the last time, why can't you just please surrender? Surrender what you promised. Surrender what I need. Oh, baby, why can't you just see that sweet surrender in me? One time, surrender to me.
That's Godsmack at number 4 in the countdown with Surrender. And we've still got your top 3 videos to go and our second guest, Shinedown. It's all coming up right here on the Power Hour on Access TV.
Welcome back, Power Hour. We still got our top 3 videos, but first we're talking to Brent Smith of Shinedown.
Brent, great to see you, man.
What's happening, everybody?
We're so happy to see you. Brent, it's been an incredible year for you. Certainly having one of the biggest rock albums of the last 12 months with Planet Zero, a long-awaited record, but just such an incredible record. Was it great to see just how well received the record was?
Can we just talk about for a minute that my inner child is freaking out that Matt Pinfield is talking about anything related to what I do in music? But yes, we don't ever take it for granted, man. Every record that we do, we talked about this, Matt, you try not to write the same song over and over again, try not to make the same record twice. But yeah, man, we still are cut from a cloth where we make albums. We're not going in there and going, okay, we've got 3 singles and the rest is filler. We can just, we'll be fine with that. Like, it has to be a body of work every single time.
That's so cool. And, we've been playing your new video, Dead Don't Die, the last couple weeks. It is racing up the charts here.
Thank you.
I just curious if you could share any insights with us in the making of that video,
So it's wild that literally like 25 minutes ago, I just saw on Billboard magazine, we broke a record for 30 top 10, 30 songs that have gone to the top 10 on the rock chart, which is crazy.
Congratulations.
Well, sorry if I sound flustered. I kind of am, because a lot of when these things happen, you don't realize the effect of it all. But ultimately, it's because of people like yourself that have supported the music and been there literally from day one. And obviously Shinedown Nation, not just in America, but abroad, internationally. So tying that into Dead Don't Die, the making of the video was Lewis Cater, who did not only the Dead Don't Die video, but he also did the video that we just released for the song A Symptom of Being Human. With Dead Don't Die, I told him, I said, think John Wick. Think like the best action films that are out there. And let's kind of do an homage to that, because the premise of Dead Don't Die literally is what doesn't kill you will make you stronger. You're gonna have to kill me to get me to stop. That's a lot of what Dead Don't Die is about, is just giving people, empowering people. As Zach would say, because Zach wrote the lyrics. And he wrote it about me, which, is very endearing for me. But Zach's whole principle of the song is he just wants it to make you feel like you can run through a brick wall. So that's kind of what we wanted to do with the video, was make it super action-packed and make it fun to watch.
I love it. And it's honestly super refreshing just hearing you talk about it with such excitement, because a lot of bands who have been bands for a super long time kind of get a little bit jaded and they don't seem excited about it anymore. So to me, just hearing you talk about that just brought a smile to my face. So I really, really enjoyed that.
And speaking of that, Brent, you're going to be heading out on tour. It's festival season, and you guys are doing your own headline shows. Man, I love the passion that you bring live every time that you perform, and the light show. It's really incredible.
Yeah, it's always been about theatrical. That's kind of the principle that we look at. We grew up on, big stage shows, Motley Crue, Pink Floyd, obviously Queen. The reason why the performance and the reason why the staging has to be at a certain level, and even to this day, we put all the money into the production. Like, some people would be shocked. We're gonna go big or go home, man.
Yeah. Well, I'll say that I'll never forget the fireworks at Aftershock Festival because they scared the shit out of me.
They were incredible.
Well, yeah, I was going to say, not only obviously you guys are legendary for your live performances, you're also, behind the scenes known as legendarily great guys. And, news is getting out that you guys are going to be doing this wonderful, you're working with a wonderful charity for suicide prevention. I don't know if you guys heard this, $1 from every show they play in the next month is going to be donated to suicide prevention. And I would love to hear more about it. I think that's such an honorable and especially important thing in our industry.
Yeah, 1,000%. So myself and Eric and Barry and Zach, we're ambassadors for the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention. We're going on, I believe, year 12 that we've been working with them. And so for this particular tour that we've got going, April 3rd through May 9th, which is the Revolutions Live with From Ashes to New and our really, really good friends in 3 Days Grace, we partnered with them completely on this tour. So every dollar from every ticket sold goes to the foundation.
That's unreal.
I love it. You've always put your money where your mouth is, and you've also just been so absolutely kind. When I was struggling over the pandemic, you were there and helped me in a big way, Brent. And I don't mind saying that. I'm a sober guy now, almost 3 years sober, and it meant everything to me that you really you came out in major support, and thank you for that. My life's changed drastically as I'm going on this 3 years without a drink, no drugs, anything like that, and it's good to be alive. But it's great to remember to always give back, and you've always done that. So thank you.
We love you, man.
Thank you so much, Brent, for joining us today. We're really excited, and you're going on. I mean, right now you have the record for the most number ones in the last 2 decades on the mainstream rock charts. The most number ones, which is an incredible feat.
Incredible.
18 of them. 18 number ones, man. I love that. And it couldn't happen to a nicer bunch of guys who are great people and a great band.
All right, Brent, thank you so much for joining us on the Power Hour. Truly appreciate it.
Thanks so much for having me on the Power Hour. I appreciate it. I had a blast. Thank you again.
When we return, the top 3 videos of the week, right here on Access TV.
Welcome back. It's time to get the fire heated up in here because we have reached our top 3 videos.
Oh, man, I'm so excited. And this one obviously caused a little confusion last week, but I think I got it right.
Yes, it's the Mongolian band known as The Who. They made a great record here with William Duvall, who is the guy that has been singing with Jerry Cantrell for Alice in Chains.
So let's check it out. It's number 3 this week. This is Mongol.
This is our way. This is our way.
That's The Who, H.U.
Well, coming in number 2, this is an important moment I have to mention because, when a band puts out a new video and they have an old video on the chart, we need to sunset that video. It needs to go away to the video retirement
It's being
home.
swept under the rug.
So with that being said, I want to say a fond farewell to Lux Eterna, which we've enjoyed so much these past couple weeks, watching, singing along to, but it's only because Metallica has delivered a brand new video to us, and this one's called Screaming Suicide.
It's great, and it's at number 2 this week.
Don't ever speak my name. Remember you're to blame. Keep me inside. My name is suicide.
Debuting at number 2 as voted by you, Metallica was Screaming Suicide. That is their second single off of their unreleased record, 72 Seasons, which we're getting April 14th.
I can't wait to see them live. I think it's going to be the tour of the summer, and I can't wait to see it.
It's gonna be wild. I'm actually pretty shocked that Screaming Suicide wasn't at number 1. Who is it, guys?
Who could it be? Well, I always say the real juice comes from showing up on the Power Hour. I think that gets the fans pumping and stuff, and obviously using our QR codes here to vote on these videos, and you use this code to vote for this song as the #1 song of the week. Ladies and gentlemen, drum roll please.
We're gonna let the band who made this video introduce it.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, the #1 video of the week is by none other than Shinedown. This is Dead Don't Die. Thank you for #1. Much love.
The dead don't die, the heart still beats, head held high, I haunt these streets, life's killed me 100,000 times, you can try, but the dead don't die, knock me down, 6 feet deep, one more round, no reprieve, life's killed me 100,000 times, you can try, but the dead don't die.
That was your #1 song as voted by you, Shinedown with Dead Don't Die.
I think they got that Power Hour bump from stopping by.
They absolutely did. I want to thank you. It's so important that you vote for these videos every week. You love rock like we do. You live rock. So make sure you're a part of the show. Make your vote be counted.
And next week, we have 3 very special guests. We got Corey Taylor, man of Slipknot, Stone Sour, also his solo stuff as well, Lilith Czar, and country rock star Hardy.
We're going to make a love connection, and it's not what you think.
Well, thank you so much for watching tonight, everybody. And thank you for voting on the videos. Remember, your votes really count. So if you live rock and love rock as much as we do, make sure that you vote on the new videos every single week. I'm Matt Pinfield.
This is Josh Bernstein.
I'm Katie Babbs.
We'll be back with you next Wednesday night on the Power Hour right here on Access TV. Have yourself a great week and keep the rock in your heart.